brought up an interesting article that I hadn't seen yet from Greg McElroy.
I'm listening.
And I hadn't had a chance to really read it, but I did see it. I skimmed through it because I wanted to get filming here for this video. But he had some interesting and some very positive things to say about Riley Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you saw it before I did, so break down what he said briefly.
So obviously, I mean, if you're been following college football for a number of years, Greg McElroy was, in my opinion, the guy that kind of got Alabama going in the dynasty that was with Saban, because he was the quarterback that started that Alabama dynasty when they beat Texas in the national title way back when, with Mark Ingram and all that. But McElroy was a phenomenal quarterback in college. Like he never really panned out in pros, but he was an absolutely phenomenal college football quarterback. And I think his record stands at 1 loss in his 4 years as a starter. So that's pretty crazy. But he had some really interesting words about Riley Leonard and how, he felt like Leonard isn't there yet, but his ceiling is so high that if he continues to trend upward, he is going to be an absolutely phenomenal quarterback. And everything is basically, in few words, in his court and on his side for him to do that at Notre Dame. And I think that's interesting coming from someone who is an SEC guy and someone who has done it, and has played against the elite SEC defenses back in the day. That's not the typical Notre Dame homer that, like us, that sees things through lovers' eyes and all that. I mean, he's real about it. So I felt like that was really, really interesting. And I feel like that speaks volumes of what Freeman is doing currently at Notre Dame. And that is building a brand and a program that is meant to be good for the long haul, as opposed to just a one and done like we've seen with like Florida State and Auburn and LSU and stuff. Like a team like Alabama or a team like Georgia or a team like Clemson, who's year in, year out, making the playoffs, making deep runs, getting to the national title, just coming short in the national title, winning the national title. Like that's what Freeman's building right now, in my opinion. And that's awesome.
Well, and also look at the situation that Riley Leonard is coming into. I mean, nothing against Duke. Duke produces some damn good players, don't get me wrong, but he's going to come in with quite the supporting cast around me. Look at all the wide receivers he has around him. He's going to have Cam Williams this upcoming year, Jaden Greathouse, Bo Collins, the transfer. What's his name? Chris Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, Chris Mitchell. My bad, Chris Mitchell, the grad transfer from Florida International. There's one that I'm blanking on. God, help me out, Ben. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Jordan Faison. And then not to mention the running back core around him with Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price and so on. Not to mention Mitchell Evans at tight end. So You want to talk about a high ceiling? I mean, let's just be real here. Nothing against Duke, but that is quite the supporting cast compared to what Duke has. And I know that's a very homer statement, but it's true.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, we're not going to be – Notre Dame shouldn't be decimated this year with certain position groups. This year we should have a lot of healthy guys returning. We should have a lot of experience. Like – the stars are aligning for Notre Dame right now.
Exactly.
Like it's incredible. It's incredible how things are going. And like people are whining about stuff. And it's like, dude, who cares if the schedule might be a little weak this year? We have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Like we have an opportunity to do what Michigan did this year. Like Michigan got fine-tuned. And then when they had strong opponents, Penn State, Ohio State, Alabama, they were ready. Like, we don't have to worry about playing a gauntlet schedule where every week we could potentially lose. Like, that's awesome. I don't get it. Like the stars are aligning with our quarterback and with guys coming back and all that. Like this is a perfect storm for Notre Dame, and as long as we stay healthy, I mean, goodness gracious, we could be easily a top 10 team, if not top 5 team this year, if we can put it all together. So,
well, let's not kid ourselves. There's some tough teams on this schedule.
And there are. I mean, we got to go to A&M. That's a hard game in and of itself. I don't care what year it is for A&M. College Station's a hard place to win at. I'm sorry. Like,
Florida State.
Talk to Alabama about it. Seriously. Like, you talk about a team having a team's number. A&M has always had Alabama's number since joining the SEC.
And then Florida State.
I was about to say, Florida State is no slouch. And you know that they're going to be angry. You know Florida State is not going to be happy with the way that season ended, with losing Jordan Travis, getting snuffed from the college football playoff, and then getting boat raced by Georgia. Like, you know they're going to be angry.
Yes.
And there are some other teams that aren't those upper echelon teams that we still got to be leery of, like Louisville. Louisville is going to be a decent and good team this year. Like, I'm sorry, like they're going to be a team to watch out for. I mean,
Purdue, they're a rival.
Yeah. I mean, and I say rivalry games, you can't count a win in a rivalry game, man. I don't care what the record is. I don't care what the year is. I don't care who they have going, who they don't have going. Like, we've seen some major upsets, especially as Notre Dame fans, when a rival comes into town, man. Like,
and I get it.
Like, so, yeah, I
get what people are saying. I mean, myself, do I like seeing 2 MAC schools and 2 service academies on the schedule? Honestly, no. But you play the hand that you're dealt.
Right. So, exactly. Ooh, pardon me. Yep. Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. And you know what? Let's just win. Like Kirby Smart said with Georgia. Anybody, anytime, anywhere, we're playing the game. We play to win. Let's go get it. Like,
exactly.
There you go. So,
but all I know is what that article, Ben, that says a lot coming from Greg McElroy about Riley.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So with what he's stepping into and the support that he has, chance to have a really good season here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
mm-hmm.
All right. Well, on that note, Ben, is there anything else that you'd like to add to this?
I got nothing, man. We've covered a lot in a short period of time, really. If you want to get really technical, we've covered a lot.
And to everybody watching this, I'm telling you right now, this is actually part of about 45 minutes. But you're going to see if you've been confused about, seeing us continue to talk and whatnot, it's because I'm going to have this video broken down into parts just so you don't get confused about what we're doing here. So with that said, Ben, it's great to be back doing a video with you after a little small hiatus. I know you had a vacation and all that, but all I know is I can't wait to see what the future of this channel brings. And it's another year going, and I can't wait.
Yep.
So just let everybody know again. We'll keep you guys posted on when we're going to start doing stuff. As soon as we get dates, we'll announce it. And until then, I am Sean Moriarty.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say after every video, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish.